Welcome back. It is time for G2 to fight against LDLC. G2 fighting for respect, fighting for a place on the team, maybe, because we've seen some rumors of some potential replacements from 3D Max. So let us see what we can see. LDLC, another team from France, French-speaking. The best team in France at the moment. Can they prove themselves versus the likes of G2? Must be a stressful time for the G2 camp. It's been a horrible run in ECS, and it will not start on the right foot. I forget the names of the players who are supposed to be joining. I think Lucky is the name of one of them. I do not recall the name of the other one. I'm not familiar with either of those players, but yeah, I don't know if it's been confirmed publicly. Jack, did you say? Jack. Jax? Like Mortal Kombat? Oh. Well, again, nothing's been said in public. Just going by the Reddits. Interesting times. Maybe we'll see Existence. I wonder if he'll ever go into a coach position. I don't know.
Question as well would be if people wanted him there as well. But it's going to be a pretty strong round here for LDLC on this A bomb site, and I would expect that LDLC should have an easy time of G2 actually, because even though you got Shox, Kenny, and Body, you know, great players on G2 from an individual standpoint, and Existence has his moments as well. I feel like the firepower and just the togetherness of LDLC is really strong at the moment, and it'd be really. I don't think I've actually seen this matchup yet, so for me it's quite cool to see, as you know, we've been sort of talking about LDLC for a while as perhaps the best French team.
We have spearheaded the LDLC train.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say.
We are the driver and the conductor. We are changing the traffic lights there. That's what we're doing. G2 trying to hold off a charge into the B bomb site. Down they come, streaming into Smith's direction. He can't get much done. Kenny will get it killed. Body hiding behind the smoke. May have to move his position, looking for plays all over the place. And it's just Body and Existence that remain. Alex will outjaw him with the Mac-10 straight in the dome. Leaves Existence coming up from that short position, spotted Alex in pre-fire, but what can he really expect to do at this point? Full back. Bomb planted for the market. The market is open for business, well and truly. You can see the irony there. Existence, formerly of LDLC, with a sticker on his gun. Field of Power X6. Can the teams outside of LDLC just find the right mix of players? A lot of recycling going on, but it seems that the name value isn't what it used to be. That was the case in America, and I feel like part of the reason we had lots of players come through in America is purely because everybody was under contract, as well as I think nowadays, you know, you have people coming up through FPL and so on, but I think back then there was just less options of the normal recyclable players because everyone's under contract and wants stupid money for players, and that created a window for players to come through. But I feel like in the French scene, it has been the harder way, where it just isn't working with any mix of the old faithful from the LDLC ZZ days.
So we got the Deagles out. Smith's gonna be able to knock one down. Are you breathing there, James? How's the breathing going?
I was inhaling, yes. Adjust my microphone. I apologize. Inhaling was happening.
Inhalation.
Got to take deep breaths to keep the lungs expanded sometimes. Just hold a deep breath in, it helps. Get my Pilates game on. Smiths is dead. Body and Kenny S remain. Kenny S remains with his P250. Not a great start for G2, but they're about to have a big buy if they lose this round, if they lose or win this round. But now this is dangerous for LDLC. This is winnable for Kenny S. If he can find Logan and take his face off, he can't. Potential was there. Slightly scary for LDLC, but they're not shy. They are not shy. 4-0 for LDLC. They know the big guns are coming, and now they need to avoid Kenny S.
Oh, close. Gets the information. It's always gutting when the information's out there, when you drop into underpass. It definitely changes things, and we'll see it turned into a mid aggression for Smiths. And they'll actually take mid, but you can see LDLC look at this as an opportunity to push into A, but Body looking ready for it, at least gets one. Resistance by Sandwich, Shocks by default, taken down as well. Now just think, wow, okay, Amanek is just going to absolutely ruin everyone. So that's that's going to go quite well for him. And now it's looking troublesome for GT to hold this, just Kenny S. And he's got the AWP, 2 players critically weak, but with the AWP in hand, it's really not going to make too much difference that they're so weak, unless he pulls out the pistol. Doesn't make much difference for Kenny. Oh, you just see him connecting that one, but 20 was fast as well. The French AWPs are strong on the server, but 5-0 for LDLC, such a start for them.
So far, so good. Another eco round for G2. Again, these can be dangerous because they have more money to spend at this point. Smith's pulling out the scout. Most strangers to that weapon, Smiths. Body taking some pot shots. The only man in the window. He will not last long. The window is now smoked. Shocks in connector with his Desert Eagle. Avoiding the grenades. Looking to take a shot and fade away. That smoke, not sure if he blocked it or if it's just bad. And now things slow down for LDLC.
All slows down. You know what's weird, James? It's weird that Shocks could fade out of relevancy. You know, that could be a thing. You know, if he's committed to this G2 team.
It seems he created this G2 team.
Yeah. And that would be pretty scary. I'd imagine it would be somewhat of an identity crisis for Shocks. I mean, we know how like ridiculously good he is. He just is, just very special as a player. Still is, you know, despite having, you know, the surgeries and so on and so forth, this, that, and the other, he's still an incredibly good player. And it's just very sad that it could be the case that, you know, he can't find a place in the top 8 team. That could be a reality here. Still a ways to go for G2. Maybe they can do that, but at the moment they are not that. But LDLC are fighting hard to be that, and a quick cat push. Kenny S unsure which target to pick, and it will be the G2 players who will get picked off instead. Amanek will eventually be traded out, but a 4 versus 3 quickly, and look at this LDLC. They're just retreating back and saying, okay, we've got the 4 versus 3. Let's go for that. Let's just group up and go for a bomb site. And are they going for a fake here? Ew. We have loads of nades, so this can definitely work.
Kenny is at the back of A. Now, will anybody commit to this? Smiths is playing the gap on B. So there's a lot going on. Flashed off his position, Kenny. Doesn't quite know what's happening, but Smith is seeing some action towards B bomb site at the same time. He's falling back. They haven't seen the bomb. Body's just waiting in the mid position. Now everything goes quiet on A. Meanwhile, they're still on B. 2 for 1 for Smiths, and that's the round. That's a wrap. Twanu rotating through mid. Body's heard the position. The duel will continue. Some pre-fire from Twanu. A peek from Kenny. 30 seconds. He could try and run towards the B bomb site, and Kenny will play the 2 versus 1 rather than the 1 versus 1 or holding an angle towards short. So it seems this may be won by timeout. Lined up nicely for Smiths. Been a while since we've seen him with an AWP. Yeah, Twanu's just taking too long about this. 5 seconds. Surely it's time to save in CT spawn.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh, actually, he's got $10,000, so it's fair enough. If he runs, he probably just runs straight into an AWP. It's too easy for them to pick him off, so it looks very awkward. And that is the first round for G2, a win by timeout with 2 players surviving. But now LDLC can be like, okay, we've lost the rounds. Now if we win this one, the other rounds become easier because they got no money. So it can be a blessing in disguise.
Shox. Oh. It's going to go down to Logan. He has to get some information though. This is take to close position. And the Emperor 1S is not the best in that spot. You can see it's quite difficult. Kenny though will be able to trade back out. He is tagged on the way out. Molotov will be thrown into his position to stop him holding angle, spamming shots as the bomb gets planted. And he goes for the full rotate all the way to CT. That's a fast one. Oh, Kenny's so good, isn't he? Amanek now in a 1 versus 3. All thanks to Kenny S. And if he can at least go down and get some kills here, his team can still be happy with the result. Can't get even one though. Body faster the headshot. And Kenny's on the team for a reason. The second round for G2. Still money in the bag though for LDLC.
Bomb plant helps as well. Bonus money. Indeed, it is one in the bag. 3 kills for Kenny. Nice to see him getting warm early. 1 kill for Existence, 1 kill for Shox. But it's still very early on. The second sniper rifle continues. Twanu's got 1 for himself. Now the money starts to fall. Armanek choosing the MAC-10. It seems there's some kind of economical selection about this MAC-10, which keeps appearing today for LDLC. Mirage is a strange one of the more open maps where you have many more longer ranges. I think if you're going to connect it, then maybe you can use it through mid. But how on earth is Armanek going to use this MAC-10 in a round such as this? Shox letting them go past, we'll say 2, 3 on the ramp position, waiting for them to huddle together. He'll be traded by 20, but surely the round has been won already. Kenny with 4 HP moving away from the flames. There's the Viduvik taken down by Gap in the smoke. Smokes that they threw. Maybe they'll need that new variation of those Mirage A smokes where there's less of a gap, and it will be a wipeout. I don't know about the MAC-10 buy there. I think they're looking for a conservative approach where they can buy worst case scenario in the next round or something like that, but MAC-10 and Mirage, not a fan.
I think it can, I mean, again, like if those smokes are working, you know, I can see why it might be a thing. You can try to break positions with the MAC-10, use that player to sort of leap into CT spawn, maybe be first draw fires, you know, maybe something like that could work out. But yeah, if you've got the money, definitely the AK is superior. And, well, quick 5 versus 3 for G2. They are coming back here. Having to go for 180, the Eagle will prevail there. And there is some space on the map for LDLC to maneuver here with that player loss for G2. And with Existence and Shox also weak, there can definitely be ways to win this round, though Twanu does not have any armor to speak of. Quick pop flash into connector, there is smoke as well to cover the push into B. Smith's always got to get this one. Oh, Logan's going to pick it up. That's a big frag. He's down to 10 HP, but it's a clean passage, and now Existence has to worry about the window and the pillar, but well, he's going to be able to take down Twanu quite quickly, so still on here. If Amanek has a big round, this can still work out. That's a very decisive frag. Very on at this point. Amanek is potentially vulnerable to the window, and there it is. Now it's just Logan with 10 HP, and it all falls apart.
Another round in the bag for G2. 4 rounds in a row now, looking good. 2 players alive, they find the AWP eventually. That's a positive turn of events. The bomb plants again will keep the lifelines open for LDLC as their loss bonus starts to rise, so they can keep up the pressure. Only 2 players surviving for G2. So the fight is still on. But we are a good chunk of the way into the first half, and the score is still close, which makes for a more competitive game. Right then, let's see what they can do with this. Both these teams. Smokes towards the mid position. Plenty of utility for both sides. Existence trying to time a HE top mid. Nobody home. Hot flash off the box. Somebody's holding one of these positions. It is a problem for them as well. Kenny very active. Moving around, looking for different people here and there. More grenades. That one is chunky. Twanu and Alex wondering where their legs have gone. Smokes on short, body in the ladder room. Minute 20 on the clock. I'm not sure if body has seen anything. Maybe senses something, but Logan's been very proactive, taking out Kenny in jungle. Shox will react on the ramp.
Says looking for the peak. Oh, both players actually whipping that one. Bomb is making its way up towards the A bomb site meanwhile. As that fight goes on, Shox will end it. The taps, we know how good he is there. And quick peek across from Smith with the pop flash. That's successful. LDLC struggling here pretty heavily. Nothing they can really do, it seems. Twanu missed with the shot. And G2 win another round. So they've been putting them back to back to back here. 5 in a row. And the money has grown quite a lot. They've got 2 AKs in hand as well. Since we drop an AWP for Kenny, maybe? Okay, Shox will do it. What a guy. So can they continue the success here? LDLC on default at the moment. We see Duvek taking over Palace. Harassment towards the B apartments, soon to follow. As Existence goes very deep on top mids. And that's kind of a problem. Part of the reason why that's a problem is because LDLC are playing a slow default. And if you go for a fast aggression on your own like that, that's kind of what a slow default deals with. Because you have players just waiting defensively. Speaking of which, Logan's lucky to be alive. So he takes some bullets there from Catwalk, and LDLC decide that it's time to go. CT smoke being lined up. CT smoke being unlined up.
Only Shox is on A for the time being. Plenty. Ooh, that's a big frag from him. He gets hit in the head at least twice. Kenny in for support. Body top mid as well. And that is quite a dismantling of LDLC in this round. Alex trying to avoid these angles. Twanu will take out Kenny, but Shox is still alive. And he's still fragging. Only headshots from Shox. Twanu now with 10 HP. Not much he can do. 40 seconds though. Can't really consider a save. There's a flank. Smith is behind him. Just waiting. Containment from him. He's got his off angle as well. Creeps out. And there's 6 to 6. G2 in all the right positions. Plus Shox being Shox. Makes for a tied scoreline. Again, G2 have had a nightmare run on this season of ECS. Nightmare run. It's probably added a lot of pressure to the team as well. And very disappointing results. Ocelot's been very vocal about those. Kenny observing the smoke land. Sees the gap. The flashbangs are so far away that they don't keep him blind very often, so he knows that no one's crossed just yet. In the meantime, Logan goes in the other pass with one of 5 pistols for LDLC in this round.
Some pre-nades coming in from the CTs as they suspect the push to come in, but we'll have to see if those are too early or not. As Logan's just running in through jungle, and he's got, wow, so much information, gained so much ground. That could be a problem. I'm not sure if the vent was... Okay, the vent was not broken until just now. Shox will find the first kill of the AK there in Existence. Still on the bomb side. Bomb was allowed to be planted, and not really all that much here to do for LDLC, I think, at this point. As there's just too much firepower on the way over to the A bomb site. And I think that's a nice opportunity there. One shot, as was Duvek, but that Tech 9, man. Still not convinced that Tech 9 is worth it.
No.
Couple kills coming in now. Duvek with that AK. Ooh, Smith takes some burn damage as well. Almost went down. If Smith had actually gone down, there may well have been a chance for Amanek to make this happen, but can he jump in there in time? No. 7 rounds in a row for G2. They are quite comfortable at this point. And matchups like this are really important because it really does sort of make a statement. You know, if LDLC beat G2 in an official match, it helps to confirm that narrative that maybe they are the best French team at the moment.
4 AKs and the AWP. G2 played catch up and now they're in the lead. 3 AWPs for G2. Shox has joined the fray. Love an opportunist. Triple AWP. starting slow LDLC, but can't go too slow, otherwise they will be walking into sniper rifles. Nobody wants that, apart from G2. Apart from half the people on the server. Pop flash from Duvek. 4 AWPs on the server. Flying Twanu, carrying the bomb in mid. No one peeking him just yet. Not sure if Shox saw the grenade. Flash from Twanu on short. Just waiting for something. Well, there is something. A headshot from Shox.
Down to 4. It's not a comfortable spot. Don't have mid control. Don't really have anything under control except for T-Side of Bia Palmas and Palace, the extremities. The bomber's going to make its way towards B, but how do you make that work when there's 3 AWPs and 5 CTs left alive? Duvek will have to surely do something, but does he wait until his teammates make contact first? If there's a flash in there for Smiths, he's going to get frags, surely, and Duvek's going to walk out here. Alex has also walked out. Do they send the bomb back? They don't have time to do it. They're going to make this look like an A push. And boom, the CTs are responding. They're rotating immediately. The bomb has to be perfect on the timing. Oh, 20 misses the shot. Can't really afford to do that. They understand what's happening at this point. Bomb is being planted in the nick of time. Alex rejoins this push all the way from Market. Oh, Twanu nails body. Important shot. Second one connected. The harder one as well. And Shox is just so far away with the AWP. This was a great round from LDLC. They were under a lot of pressure.
They were. So much money down the drain for G2, but with this save, they should be fine for the next round because Existence has got 7,200 before the loss bonus for this one comes in. Very important round for LDLC. Keeps the team together, keeps the score close at 7-7. Lovely clean shots from Twanu towards the end there, just shutting down the remainder of the round after the 2 kills from Alex. Good stuff from LDLC, and there is a tight scoreline. They've had a number of bomb plants of late, LDLC, but there is the first successful round after 7 in a row from G2. Quite the statement being made by them in the first half. But now we move into the last round of the first half. We'll see who has a slight lead moving into a second. 3 sniper rifles on the server, 2 of which are with G2. Shox being the secondary on this occasion, along with Kenny as opposed to Smiths. Many targets in that mid position, and it is a shooting gallery for these French players. Alex like, ooh, this is not very good. Got to be careful of that little ridge. It does elevate your position, and if you are standing, you can be seen sometimes over the boxes. The bomb is in an exposed position. Only Duvek has a smoke at this point after this one was deployed. That failed into the window. Ominate called creep. There is a free kill from on Shox. But G2 still have a man advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. That bomb in the middle, down, sitting there in no man's land. Kenny is quickly taking control back towards the A-bomb site as information has been lost. And we'll see now Alex trying to make his way in as well. I always think this AWP is a scout for some reason. Don't know why. The skin, that is.
The graphite.
Yeah, the graphite. I don't know what it is about it. But it's definitely not a scout. A bit more hefty than that. Less than 30 seconds. What do the CTs do here? Do they go for a push? There's 2 in CT. 3 in CT, I should say. There's the push.
Oh,
good
dear.
timing from Existence. Can't really beat that, can you? Oh, Existence won't stop until he's been shot in the face. Well, you got to respect that. Big comeback from G2, pulling out 8 rounds of the remaining 9 in the first half. That's beautiful.
Yes, that is certainly a turn of events. Everybody turning up for both sides. That collateral shot from Smiths proved to be very important in the first half. Now let's see if they can continue that success in the second. Momentum firmly with G2. The pistol was won by LDLC, let's not forget. Now let's see if LDLC can get their revenge. If they can take the second pistol as well as the first. Grenades into the B bomb site, and soon there'll be G2 players there as well. It looks like a full commitment from G2. 3 players ahead of the other 2. Flashbangs in. There is a smoke down, which can help the CTs. Twanu around the short pillar. Alex slowly moving over. Surely they know the bomb is on the B bomb site now, but it's nowhere close to being planted. In fact, it's been dropped as the carrier is dead. 2 versus 3 in favor of G2. Around the van, just jumping up, hopping up. 1 player by the bench. I think Alex is finally here to help Twanu. Twanu being busy in these pistol rounds. Just 1 kill on this occasion for him, but now Alex is delivering. And now it's down to Twanu. Still more or less full health versus 2 heavily tagged players. Maybe 1 bullet will be enough. The bomb plant is being committed to. Twanu crossing the angle, but Smith has got the headshot with the P250, and they will share the pistol rounds.
So 7-9 for LDLC, 9-7 for G2. G2 in a commanding position as they look to extend that lead that they have and to increase the deficits that LDLC are working with. So, well, that's cool. That's a cool one. So you deal with any push. Don't often see that. And just 2 PT50s here. Very conservative play. We've got the flashbang on Alex. So you'd imagine there's a peak timing for somebody. Whereas, oh, okay, so it's a mid flash. Oh, isn't that a doesn't that go into the underpass?
No.
Or there's a mid flash.
See the corner of the wall where the white part of the wall meets the kind of blocky part.
Yeah.
You'd need to aim around there and be slightly further back, at least for the way I throw it. So
The underpass one.
it may be a general, yeah. So it may be a general flash into mid, but I think for it to land under the arch, I mean, perhaps. But I don't think so. I think it's just for mid. Oh, okay, it's one of those ones. And then here comes the charge, the surge into the mid position. That's an awkward one for Body. Long reload on the UMP. Very long reload indeed. He just about cannot get another bullet off. Logan left with 1 HP versus 3 players of AK-47s. I don't fancy his chances. Not sure if you do.
Not quite. I have to say, I like the pop flash in mids where you kind of throw it, like you're looking towards the sort of corner under the vent.
Corner under the vent.
So, you know, in the vent of ladder room.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you're looking into the corner and you throw it above the window. And
So basically what you're saying is, yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
it bounces sideways and then faces the window.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
I can't explain it at all.
Yeah, that was a terrible explanation.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
How would you explain it?
I would explain it as you throw it above the top of the window sideways, so it bounces off the sidewall, then comes back below the top of the window and flashes people in mid.
Nice.
The corner of the vent.
You know that vent?
Then it goes, teleports into this other place.
Well, GT looking to just teleport to the A-bomb site. They're going to be there so fast with everybody on the team. Amanek will be close under the Palace position. Does 1, but can't do any more. He does him in. And who else is there to be done in? Twanu will take down Shock, so the bomb is yet to go down here. The CT presence is problematic. Flick. Oh, that's strong, because somebody got tagged and the aim punch came in. Still gets the flick. Existence tagged as he goes back towards CT. The bomb is looking to be collected here. Eventually it will be, but he has to fight to actually make sure that he can get it and not die. But he will end up dying anyway. Defa Duvek in another 1v1 against Existence. This is so tense right now, Existence. He's so weak. The bomb just right out in the open and couldn't really be in a worse spot. Existence has only a flashbang to work with. Maybe that can be the play. Somehow get that flash going. He's just going to peek out into the angle. That's it for Defa Duvek. Very well done by him. 2 kills at the end of the round. And that's LDLC with 8.
Score is still close. That is crazy from Twanu. Look at the aim punch. He's naked.
Yeah.
He's butt naked. He's subject to the elements. It's cold outside. Defa Duvek outmaneuvering Existence. We assumed he was still in connector, it seems.
Yeah.
Easy frag for Defa Duvek. All the syllables in the world.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You have been eliminated.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Doesn't try to take the weapon, just falls away. Quick response from Twanu, and he sees that nobody's there. Shox is rotated to greener pastures. There's some anarchy to be had in this round so far. Player loss for both sides, and body will increase the casualties for LDLC. Kenny trying to make a play through the smoke, doesn't quite work out for him. In the meantime, body's made his way in towards the B bomb site, though the bomb is still at the entrance to B apps to be collected by Shox. Smith is in connector. Maybe he tries to flank. Now what? Shox stops in his tracks after body goes down, and now it's Smith's turn to try and make a play.
There goes Smith forwards and finds a very inquisitive, the intrepid explorer, Twanu.
He's selling a fake down. He's got a dodgy painting, and he's running away with the money.
Alex, nice frag there, but he's very weak. And does have a kit. Interesting toss of the Molotov. Not sure why he threw that towards Palace, but he'll get shot on the side. It would seem. Did Shock spot him? I'm not sure that Shock spotted him. You know. So, oh no. Oh, if he goes for the hold, he's won the round. I think.
Would you believe it?
Oh my god. I know, I can't actually believe it. And he's walking around. That's so ridiculous. That must be so weird from Alex's perspective. What just happened?
That's crazy. That is crazy.
What a way to lose a round.
But look at the buys for both sides. Both teams are suffering. There's only one round between them. Someone gonna be broke after this. It's a good start from Twanu. Spotting another player juggling. There's that very aggressive smoke. He will pick a delayed timing to take a pot shot, but nobody will eat that bullet. Man advantage for LDLC. So you've got smokes being lined up. It's a very different lineup, but probably has the same result as usual. Yes, it does. That's actually a better smoke. It lands a lot more central than the ones that you normally see lined up with the aerial. Sometimes they're a little bit to the left. From the camera perspective, camera left.
A walk into the B bomb site. The defense there looks like it will be quite stout, and indeed the UMP's got 2 kills, so with that it's pretty much done, and indeed everyone will be finished off. So 10-10, pair of 10s looks pretty good on the poker table, but for these two teams it's definitely looking better for LDLC.
I lost my chance to play in the World Series of Poker with a pair of 10s. This is a big stack, second biggest stack, shoved on me because I kept raising him. And I called him because I refused to put my hand down. And I thought I had a much better hand. He had ace-9, he had 9 on the river. No, he didn't, he had ace on the river. The 9 I was still with 1, obviously. So
What first?
I was really annoyed. I was mad triggers.
What, did you get 2 pair or something?
Yeah, no, he had 1 pair. I had a pair of 10s, he had ace-9, he had an ace on the river.
Oh. Well,
Someone said nice hand, I was like, no, that wasn't a nice hand.
to be fair though, you had him beat pre-flop and until the river.
Yeah, that doesn't matter though. It's a race I don't need to take, but I refuse to allow him to do that.
Yeah, to be fair,
I took the risk,
he
so
can
it's
take
my
those
choice
odds.
to take the risk, but I'm still annoyed that I lost.
Yeah.
I deserve to win.
I think it's a good risk
I'm
to take.
fantastic, I'm special.
Though. It's a good risk to take.
It's not a good risk to take,
Why not?
because I'm the chip leader versus the second biggest chip lead.
Oh, you were the chip. Oh, I thought you were a small stack.
No, I was the leader, Dan. I was in front of everybody.
You are the leader,
Then I was
leader,
behind
leader.
with most. I still made the final table, but that wasn't good enough. I think I needed to make like top 4 or something, the satellite, for the World Series of Poker Europe. Technical pause as the teams take a moment to weep for my lack of qualification for that tournament. Thank you guys, I appreciate that.
Were you just playing was it like a really long multi-table tournament qualifier that was free to enter, or did you have to pay to enter
It was live, it was in Leicester Square.
Oh, okay.
I don't play online poker for the most part. Well, I did for a long time, but like the more serious poker I play would be live.
I don't like the social element.
Huh?
I don't like the social element. It's too slow.
What,
I need to
of
go to
life,
multitask.
Dan?
Yeah, let's go to multitask.
Yeah, you should get that more.
So, quick set piece onto the A bomb site, and all the smokes, all the Molotovs will be expended as Logan will be flashed back out of CT. Won't be challenging it. We get a boost from the CTs there, looking over the smoke, and actually this is not a bad boost, but unfortunately they can't see anything with it just yet. Oh, Alex just so close, but so far. That is quite the smoke. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell just happened? That is not what you want if you are G2 right now. They've got very little utility. The flank is coming as well. They are down in numbers. Their positioning is not amazing. And they're getting wiped out here. How did that happen?
They touch the bomb. They invite G2 into their banquet. But little did G2 know, these LDLC players are cannibals. 12 to 10 in favor of LDLC. A little spray here and there. And the game continues. G2 can buy. Maybe AKs will need to be sacrificed for utility. Maybe not. We'll see. Kenny going AWP, no Kevlar. Everybody else with the AKs. So indeed, they will be light on grenades. But perhaps the AKs are more important on a map such as Mirage. That long range, the one taps. No Kriegs for G2. I would love to see shots of a Krieg, but I think the spray is his skill ceiling is too high with that to move to what would essentially be a new weapon for him.
I think he would just be a god with anything, to be honest. Oh. Just into the blender, into the Twanu. Twanu is a cool name. I do enjoy saying it and watching him play. Kenny S, also a pretty cool name, and he's made his name with the AWP, but Twanu's been on one. At this point, the flick is missed by Kenny. Oh, he actually hit the gun.
That's bloody annoying, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Doesn't seem like Kenny can do much else here. Down to 24, the flank is coming, and he's about to get shot in the back. And in the face, in the chest.
In the chest.
13 to 10, G2. Seems like they've lost steam at this point. They lost that, I think, that pretty critical rounds. They lost that pretty critical rounds where Shox was in a 1v1. It really felt like he had that round, and unfortunately, they passed each other. He was just unlucky in the timing, and that happens. So we'll see whether or not there can be any kind of recovery here. They only have Tech 9s and Mac 10s.
Big charge towards the B bomb site. Bomb carrier deploying some flashbangs. The flashes continue. Devaduvek very blind, but he can see just in time. Good for the two-man spray down. Labored, but he gets there in the end. Hiding with the CZ, now trying to finish off Existence, who hides in the smoke, but Logan will do the job for him. Leaving Kenny S as the last man to fall, 14 to 10 for LDLC. Now we look at the situation for G2. They got the monies for the buy. So much money for LDLC. G2, 4 to 5k, that kind of sucks. They have what is maybe an insurmountable task, G2, based on the sheer level of money on LDLC, even after the buy in this round. The replenishment of grenades, mainly. Alex having a look-see, just jumping around the window. Got aggressive positions in the B, well, towards the B-bomb site. That is a nice early frag for Armanek. Big name to take down first as well. Shox out of this round. That is the last player, literally, you want to go down. Now, what can the remainder of G2 do? Oh dear, that's a really bad miss. I've never seen that happen before. They popped event early, which means they can boost into the ladder position. Armanek spots players coming up short. The flank will be quick, it will be swift, and it could be very deadly indeed. Armanek delivering more kills. Lovely headshot from him. CTs all over the B bomb sites, and there will be no success. Nil points for G2 in that round. And LDLC moves to match point.
Well then, that's a nice one from them. Blimmin' nice. Okay, well, 15 to 10 and 0 success for G2 except the first 2 rounds, so the pistol and the following anti-eco. So in actuality, buy versus buy, 0 success at all. And this has been a recurring theme, I think, for G2, is that we've seen the struggles for them on the T side. And one of the things that we were supposed to find with this team is that their T-sides would be good. So that has not been the case so far. They still remain a struggle. This one, though, needs to not be a struggle, because otherwise they're done. No more room for error.
Distance moonwalking in case of a flashbang. Rough round for G2. Smith on the scout. Quick boost, nobody there. Look at the window, nobody there. 20 will fight on his terms. Just denying all the initial attempts by G2. Oh dear. Well, a much needed frag for existence, but he won't last very long. Armanek once again in an aggressive angle towards B. G2, with the remainder of their players, have a focus towards the A site. Shox has got a pick on Twanu and CT, but Alex is just allowing them to go past the bomb. It was going to be thrown to somebody. Shox has gone through to the other side of CT, so who's actually going to plant the bomb here? Seems that there's some confusion about it. Smith has been taken out. There's Shox. We've got to play on the inverse of default. The knife is out for Kenny S. That won't work. And that leaves Body in a 1 versus 3 to try and keep G2 in this. I don't believe they have detected his position just yet, but surely the trade game will be sufficient. Logan's in T-spawn. Alex has given his position away, looking towards T-ramp. Oh, Body misses the shot, and it will be 16-10 in favor of LDLC, the best team in France.
Well then, well then, well then. That was very close to begin with. We saw that 8-round comeback from G2. That was really impressive, and they found so much success on the CT side, but again, characteristically, we're seeing some problems on this T side for G2. And LDLC, they appear to be more rounded in general. And I like that we again saw some of these cool clutches from the varying players on LDLC, and had some mistakes like that from G2, as well as that very important clutch won by, I believe it was Alex, when he's in that 1v1 against Shox, where he just walked in and just held the defuse on B. And that was very unfortunate for G2. I feel like there's definitely a world where they would have won this game, but it was not the world today. Devaduvek at the top of the scoreboard, and otherwise pretty well distributed damages across all the players here on the team of LDLC. So that does it for Mirage, and we can see exactly how the scoreboard has been impacted following those results.
Yeah, so it looks like the best that LDLC can expect is 27 points, with FaZe and Mousesports having 2 games in hand. So I don't think in that respect they can make it to LAN, because one of those teams is going to get to 30, that's for sure. So I think with 9 losses now for LDLC, their chances for LAN, they showed so much promise, but maybe it is for another season, because I think their chances have come and gone. We'll see who does make it to LAN in the games to come. Stay tuned.